All praises be to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, in the name of His beloved Son, Yahweh Shai. Peace to the believers and my fellow laborers in His ministry, prophesying and teaching the word of truth the correct way. I'm back with another video. So Lord will edify and feed the sheep. This video here is going to be centered around health and fitness from a biblical perspective. All right, I got a scripture here from the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution than the rich man that is afflicted in his body. So let's look up the definition for the word sound. Better is the poor being sound. Sound, which is the adjective, in good condition, not damaged, injured, or diseased. Some similar words for sound. It's healthy, in good condition, toned, fit, physically fit, in good shape, in trim, disease-free, undamaged, uninjured, unimpaired, well-built, solid, well-constructed, strong, stout. All right? You get the picture when it comes to that. Better is the poor being physically fit, right? Better is the poor being healthy and in good shape, well-built, and strong of constitution. It's the word meaning for constitution is a noun. We're gonna go down to the third meaning: a person's physical state with regard to vitality, health, and strength. One second. Yes, y'all good. Y'all go ahead. Yes, reading it again: a person's physical state with regard to vitality, health, and strength. And this is something that us as brothers in this faith, in this truth, should focus on, because the mind, body, and spirit are connected. Of course, you want to have balance. So you can't just pour all into the spirit and neglect the physical. You pour all into the physical and neglect the spirit. A false balance. That's having a false balance. Similar words: health, physique, state of health, physical condition, physical strength, shape. So reading that verse again: better is the poor, filling in the similar words. So it'll be: better is the poor being physically fit and in good shape, and strong of physique, strong of physical condition, strong of physical strength and shape. See? So these rich men, as it states here, you're better off being poor and in good shape, in good condition, than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. Right? And these rich men, especially the elites of the Edomites, these bankers, these Jewish bankers, they believe they be having all kind of diseases and infirmities, dementia, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, and cancer. They be having all kinds of organ failure going on, and they still take organs for a transplant. That's why if you're an Israelite, you have to take that organ donor bullshit off your license. All right. So even going down to the rich Jake entertainers, there's a rapper a few years ago named OG Macko. He came out, and revealed that he had a flesh-eating disease, a flesh-eating skin disease. Lil Boosie got diabetes, and I work on Tuskegee University campus here, and they got a little homecoming concert for him. He supposed to be coming down here. He a straight nigga, man, but nevertheless, he one of the rich jakes that's afflicted in his body, all right? And you remember, years ago, Eazy-E, he died of AIDS or HIV, whatever. D'Angelo, he just died recently due to some type of health complications, allegedly. DMX, Coolio, MF Doom, right? All alleged health complications. Now, it could have been, a cover-up for a ritual blood sacrifice that them Edomites be doing, but, that's up for debate, whatever, I don't know, but every time you turn around, some rich, famous Jake in the hospital. And even going all the way, beyond that, going down to the regular Jakes, our nation is the highest in these different diseases, man, and health problems, and fat and out of shape. Especially the women of our nation. And they like to see us like that. The other nations, they like to see us fat and out of shape, not taking care of our vessels, our temples, They want you fat and depressed and feeding your body all kind of, junk and bullshit and ultra-processed foods, fried foods. They want to see you, inflamed. Sirach chapter 30 and verse 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. Yeah. Because these things, like, you can lose these things and be okay, right? These materialistic things. You lose your health, you fucked. And also, on another level, you can buy a Lamborghini or Ferrari, or you can buy expensive jewelry and outfits, but you can't buy a fit and shape body. It has to be earned, right? Through consistent diet and exercise, right? And it requires a delayed gratification mindset. And that's why it's the ultimate status symbol, in my opinion. Because it's rare. Most people are fat and out of shape and weak, especially here in America. And just say you do get the expensive car, clothes, shoes, etc. If you sick, and fucked up in your body, you can't fully enjoy it, because you're going to always be inside a clinic, bedridden or something. And if you fat, you ain't going to be able to really move and groove like that for real out here. And plus, you'll look horrible in whatever, expensive shit you do got. There's a lot of fit people make cheap shit look expensive. They be asking where you get this, where you get that from. It's the same shit same type shit that you got. You just, just the body is different, And a lot of women, they'll, fat women and stuff, they'll see, certain clothes and outfits, and they will desire it. They'll cover it after they'll want it, and they'll get it. But they'll see the advertisement, but those clothes is on a woman that's in shape. They got a nice body, right? So they get these clothes delusionally, automatically thinking that the clothes is going to fit like that on her body. Like the body and the outfit is separate. You know what I'm saying? It's sold separately, right? Not that you can buy a good physique, but you know. Anyways, they get mad over some shit like that, and they're like, you know, they got ripped off, and they tell other people not to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And give bad reviews. Little bitch, you fat as hell. Maybe if you was in shape, it'll look good on you, but you ain't. And now you trying to get a refund because it ain't what you bought. It is exactly what you fucking bought. You just thought you look good like the person on the screen, but no. So you can't be delusional and shit, man. Especially as a man, you can't afford that. You can't afford to be stupid like a woman. Like many of these women out here. Ecclesiasticus Sirach 30 and verse 16, there's no riches above sound body, right? A fit body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Yeah, like I said earlier, you can't buy it. And a lot of people take their health for granted until, you know, they come down with some type of health issue, you know, and they become morbidly obese and can barely walk up a flight of steps without getting tired. You know, have to take the elevator all the damn time. That's a damn shame. It's an embarrassment. And there's no way in hell you a brother, especially in this truth, you should be fucking fat. You should be out of shape. You know what I'm saying? You should have a big ass belly and man titties, man. That's a shame. That wasn't common. That wasn't that common, you know, in our culture, even in ancient culture, you know, among our ancestors. And plus, you know, because we walk everywhere we go. We had a good diet. We ate Mediterranean foods, you know, lamb, fish, fruits, vegetables, you know, bread, honey, wine, you know, and it was of a more elevated quality back then. And we walked everywhere that we go, and we had, you know, a lot of jobs that, you know, manual labor jobs, you know, to sustain us as a people, right? So it was never a super common thing to see somebody super fat like it is today among our people. I was in Walmart earlier, and it was 2 American black women behind me. Both of them was on the scooters, extremely fat. And I was like, bro, how? Now this is what you call, you know, mental sickness right there, you know? Because something got to be wrong upstairs, like some screws got to be loose, you know, for you to to get that fat, to allow yourself to get that way. Like, it's something that shouldn't be, right? It's something that shouldn't be. But most people just they don't want to put the work in, you know. They don't want to put the work in. They don't want to, you know, put down, you know, they don't want to say no and implement discipline and delayed gratification, you know, putting in the hours of pain and sweat and eating clean, avoiding the bullshit foods, you know. Most people aren't willing to make sacrifices for their health because they don't give a fuck about their body. That's why they put junk in it. Pizza, cookies, cake, fries, chips, sodas, burgers, and so forth, right? That's the standard American diet, the sad diet, right? And scriptures speak about how a cheerful and good heart will have care of his meat and diet. As it states in Sirach, I might do a video on that, but you're supposed to care about what you put in your body. But it makes you fat, even what I just mentioned, on a consistent basis, But that's American culture, to be morbidly obese and eat, all kinds of bullshit, man. Fast food. It's Sirach 30:17. Death is better than a bitter life or a continual sickness. Right? And the less body fat you have, the less likely it is for you to get type 2 diabetes, man. So you don't want to have no, continual sickness, because death is better than that. So you want to focus on your health, your immunity, getting on the herbs. And one thing that I take is Haritaki. It's a East Indian, or what they call it, Ayurvedic herb, which is really a fruit, but dried and grounded into powder. And man, just look it up. It's so much information on that, but it's amazing, especially for your gut and cleaning you out. It acts as a mild laxative. It has a laxative effect, so it cleans your colon out and detoxifies the body and gives you good, clean energy. You feel amazing after you take it. I usually take it every day before I eat my first meal or go to the gym. But today I didn't take it. I gotta get back on it. But yeah, I advise brothers to get into that. But you gotta drink a lot of water, because it can have like a mild, I don't say a mild, it's really light dehydration effect to it. But if you drink water anyway, you should be alright. And the thing about that is, most niggas don't even drink water. They just drink Gatorade. Gatorade and soda and juice. Most dudes don't drink water. And coconut water, electrolyte drinks and things of that nature. They think that shit nasty. But you have to pay attention to what you put in your body, and work out good. So strength training, implementing progressive overload. There's nothing but increasing the weight or number of reps, a number of sets over time, getting stronger right in the gym. This 1 Timothy 4:8, for bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come. So it profits little compared to godliness, because you can be in good shape but be wicked and ungodly, and the Lord destroy your body, but it still profits though, right? If you have the two, you have that balance, man. It'll benefit your body, and the godliness will benefit your soul. 1 Corinthians 3:16, know ye not that ye are the temple of the living God, and the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. Right? So our bodies are the temple of the Most High as the Israelites. Although we're going to get new bodies eventually when we transform, right? It's part of the new covenant. And, but the one that we have now, you still have to take care of it before that comes, right? Gotta fix up the outside of this house that we have, as well as clean up the inside, right? We're gonna get a new house soon, but that don't mean neglect the one that you have now, because we don't belong to ourselves. Our bodies are the property of the Lord, man. We belong to Him. We are His temple, right? And the mind, body, and spirit are connected. So you have to work on it. You know, there's no excuses for you to be fat as hell and out of shape, man. So, hope this video was edifying. Till next time. Peace.